right, welcome back to another exciting one. All right, today we want to take a look at what container is in Bootstrap. So let's take a look. Let's go straight down to documentation. Like I said, just ensure that you always shrink your drop down, or what I call it, so that you'll be able to understand. See, get familiar with this section by your left hand side. It's going to give you that um, clear understanding about the sections of how Bootstrap documentation is being actually arranged. Getting started, customized layout, content form, component helper, utilities, extend, about. So, okay, fine. Where am I going to actually see container here? It's because I've been using Bootstrap for a long time, so I actually know where it is. So we are actually going to find it inside layout. Okay, so from the word layout, you should have it at the back of your mind that anything inside this place is actually going to be telling you, going to be explaining stuff on how you can actually do something that has to do with layouting. So as a matter of fact, what I actually want to show you today is how to actually draw, can I say, a plan about how your template will looks like. Okay, so container are fundamental building blocks of Bootstrap that contains part and align your content within a given device or viewpoint. Okay, fine. I don't want us to read more of theory stuff. Let's dive into work. But what I want to show you is that container, it's basically it's categorized into two. We have the fixed and the normal container. So how are we going to actually understand this? So that's why we have the one fixed, which they normally call it container fluid. All right, so let's go back to our code. Fine, I'm here right now inside the body. Okay, let me just type div control space bar, and inside this place I'm just going to write class. The word class, like I said, now you want to start using the class now. Class container. Like I said, all these are embedded CSS. So container, it has been written in Bootstrap CSS. And what is it meant to do? Let's check it out. Container. So right now you see container right now. Let me just say, okay, let me give it paragraph container. Just space bar. Okay, let me write it like that. Let me just leave it like that. Okay, let's just type container. Okay, fine, let's save it. And here I just want you to have some kind of, okay, load it first and let's see how it looks like. Okay, I think you can see, if you look at it, it's giving you a space not close to the edge, and it's giving you a lot of space right there. So the normal container, what it does is that it creates a margin from the left. What do I mean by margin? Anything you see that it is a space outside your element is called a margin. So when I started coding with HTML and CSS, the first problem I started having is I cannot differentiate between margin and padding. So margin is a space from the outside. Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. Padding is a space inside the element. So if container is our element, so when I say margin, I mean you should leave a space outside the element. So when you're dealing with normal container, it's going to give you a space outside the element. Okay, so for you to understand, let's give inside, and let's have it a background color of sky blue. Sky blue is one of my favorite color. The sky blue. All right, by the time we press Ctrl S and reload it, you can see that it's actually giving a space. You can see there is space from the left, and there's a space from the right. So it's giving you a space that it makes it's giving you a margin. So when I say margin, space from the outside. Okay, let's now take a look on the second container. So like I said two basic categories. We have the container and the container fluid. Okay, if you look at our documentation right now, I don't want you to read more about what they are. It's a container fluid. You can see. So all I have to do is just to call this class. All right. Don't worry, all these things are still building blocks. There are basic things that we need to understand. We've not yet started building project, but But trust me, we need all these to, start a journey of becoming a web developer. Container fluid. Container fluid. Okay. All right. So let's make this red. Okay, and let's see how it goes. So it's gonna hold my eyes. I don't really like red color. All right. Okay, fine. You can see this actually it covers a whole lot more. It's not actually giving more space from the left and the right. Okay, so basically that is different. So if you want to probably write something, style something, and you want that thing to align and not very close to the edge, you are going to use container. If you want to start something, you make sure that your element is very close to the edge, you use container fluid. Okay, so basically you are going to be using a lot container a lot more by the time you start understanding the concept of grid. So what is grid? Grid, the next tutorial we are going to explain what it means. It gives us how we should align or design our elements, place our element in different kind of columns. Okay, so what I want you to understand here is the fact that container is what normally wrap up our elements, and a lot of things are going to be situated into this container, like rows and columns. But I don't want to start saying something that is going to get us confused right now. But basically what I want you to understand is that we have two types of basic category. We have the container and the container fluid. And this is what the container, this is how it functions, and this is how the container fluid functions. Okay, if you look at the documentation, there's a lot of explanation about the container. Let me just roll through it. We have the one that normal, and the one that works on a small device. When you see SM, it means small device. When it comes to MD, it means medium device. When it comes to G, it means normal large device. When it comes to XL, it means extra large. When it comes to XSL, extra large, and container fluid. But basically, that's why I say, see, we have a lot, but basically we have container, fluid, and container. See, all these, there are exceptional reasons why you are going to be making use of SM, MD, LG, XL, and XSL. But I just want you to pay attention to these two categories, basically container, fluid, and the container. So the default container is always the container. The default container type is always the container. So probably you cannot make use of all this and this. All right. Okay, this is where I'm actually going to stop for now. In the next session, we're going to dive into something more and more exciting. Thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next one.